What's up guys, Rehu ko digital hapo. Still here, there's an event by the premier here. So refurbishment of yonke into zakhe. If you can look in the background though, there is the team. I don't know, they've been discussing some stuff for some while. So we're here and the Hub is playing host today on this now at the station. Tomorrow I'm dropping. This week I'm dropping a lot of episodes, so we're here just mingling and singling with whomever is here. And bon, I hope this is this content on exclusive VDG. Subscribe. Peace.
Motsepe, and all guests that are here. Mine is going to be a very simple job today. It's just going to be this very short program. There are programs in front of all of you, so I'm going to request that we make a reflection on the program because there are some changes that have been made by the leadership on the draft program. So the first item was the briefing of principals, which is already taken place. The welcoming remarks will be done by Councillor Dukwana from 130 on behalf of the entire municipality. So the item of the executive mayor will not take place because the executive mayor, Councillor Dukwana, was unable to add. So Councillor Dukwana will then welcome all of us on behalf of the entire metro municipality. The item on the input on the state of Mxolisi by FTC will not take place today, it will be deferred to a later date. The head of the department will still continue to give us the purpose of the day. There will be remarks by the beneficiary. The NDC for this year needs a hard work at the presence of the Premier, he has said that he will just allow the Premier to speak, and then after that, I will then request that we thank everybody and we move to the site. So immediately after the session, we are going to move to the site where the refurbishment effects are taking place, but only a few, because of the space that is there, only a few invited guests will be able to go with us to the site. So it will be the Premier, the NEC, the CEO of the FTC, the CEO of Maluti, Akofun, Special Economic Zone, it will be the head of the Department of DESTEA, and it will be the General Manager responsible for facilities at the FTC, it will be the CEO of FTC, it will be the GM responsible for trade and investment at the FTC, it will be the delegation from the offices of the MEC as well as the Premier, and it will then also be the two representatives from the chambers that are represented. So without any waste of time, I'm going to request the councillor to actually welcome all of us. Councillor will recognize the responsibility for this one will be up. And will hold the platform is yours.
Greetings to Honorable Premier Mxolisi Dukwana, greetings to Honorable MEC Thabo Meeko, greetings to Honorable Ward 29 Mr. Motsepe. It is a great pleasure and honor as a workplace community to welcome you here at Mxolisi Hub for the launch of the Free State Refurbishment program. We'd like to thank the Office of the MEC Thabo Meeko for recognizing us as the host of the event and honoring us with their welcoming remarks. Item. You made us feel special, and you must not end here at 12:30 and go to other awards. Thank you very much.
I'm going to request another visible round of applause. That one in African tradition, it is not respectful not to respect the owner of the house. So at least when the owner of the house is welcoming us, let us accord them that level of respect. Otherwise, I can't give it off here. Thank you very much, Mr. Dukwana. I have made a single mistake which I'm going to rectify now. As part of the delegation that will be going to the site or the factory, we will also be joined by members of the media. They are our friends from the 4th Estate. So I apologize for that mistake. The media also can't leave them behind. No, thank you very much. I'm not going to waste any time. I'm just going to indicate that this is one of the most unfortunate provinces to have a leadership that appreciates the importance of manufacturing as one of the sectors that can actually transform the economy. We have to be thankful as a province, at least that intention, where you see the premier or a political head of a province facing an event of this nature. It really shows the seriousness of that particular province in terms of changing the socio-economic conditions in that particular area. As a hangout. So I really wanted to ask, before we even invite the head of the department to give us a purpose of the day, to actually elevate the importance of the presence of the premier and other dignitaries to this particular activity. So we really have to say that we are blessed to have such a leadership that actually recognizes the importance of industrialization and manufacturing in the economy. With those words, I just want us now to relax, because we're just going to get a sense in terms of why we're here. We've just been properly welcomed, so I'm going to invite the head of the department, the accounting officer. In other countries, an accounting officer of the department is called the secretary. So the secretary of economic development, because he coordinates economic development in the province, will give us a sense in terms of why we're here, then we'll take it from there. Dr. Mudelo.
Just to echo what Mr. Mafele here, the program director, has said, and by the way, he's also responsible, other than this temporary he's also responsible for what we call integrated economic development, as well as in particular industrialization in the province. So the chief directorate that he leads in the department is actually responsible for this program. It was about around 2021 where we launched the industrial support program. I think NAFCOP was there, State Business Chamber was there, and the idea was, what can we do with this industrial estate that we have? You would know, that we have quite a vast industrial estate in the province. Here, the biggest being Chava, and as you know, Manila is here. And there's always been this issue here that aspirant entrepreneurs were complaining that they don't have sufficient access to this part, or when they do get access, the factories are in such a state that they are not usable. Hence, this program that we've started, where we see let's be deliberate about our program to upgrade and refurbish these factories, but we are not going to refurbish them. And you see, the EMFL money in Bangladesh. There are two categories of the programs that we're taking. One are those factories where we already have investors, but where a factory does not meet certain standards. Because almost all countries, facilities and those factories should also work under safe conditions, and that the duty must be compliant with all the regulations. That's the first category, and that's what we are trying to do. For example, one of the factories that we identified in Chava, it already has tenants, it's already operational, but there are a lot of issues that need to be dealt with, electrical, refrigeration, water, and all those things. And that's the work that will be done there. The second category is when an aspirant investor identifies a particular factory depending on the need and the size that is required.
and that factory needs to be upgraded or refurbished before it can be occupied. That's the second category that will be looking at. And this work will be done in all the industrial parks, inclusive of, as I said, the SEZ. We do this in appreciation of the fact that manufacturing is one of those sectors that can easily create a lot of jobs. As things stand, just here in Mxolisi, this industrial park sustains just over 6,000 jobs. Now, if we were to ensure that all these factories that are just in this park, if we were to look at Mxolisi on its own, if we were to look at Thabaju, if we were to look at Mxolisi, we could easily add another 5,000 or 6,000 jobs if all these factories are optimally utilized. Now, the MEC said, and is the Premier also now in the briefing said the same, that we need to get started. This idea that we complain that we are waiting for money from TTIC, there's not enough money in the provincial fiscals and so forth, is not going to assist us. So we are allocated a small budget this year, but we, as I said, we have started, and we think that as this program gains momentum, we'll be able to attract more funding so that we can do more, both to attract new investors, but to also to keep the existing investors. Because we were just having a short discussion with my colleagues here, that how can you create new jobs if you can preserve the ones that already exist. So we want to preserve those jobs. We don't want our tenants to throw their hands up and say, hey, we are leaving, we are not being taken care of. But we also want to attract new investors to occupy those vacant factories. So that's the purpose of the day. Today, we'll be showcasing one factory that we have done so far here in Mxolisi. I think the tenant there is on the program. She will tell us what she's doing there, and is the one that will be going to see today. She was originally manufacturing from home. She moved to she was supposed to move to one of the factories in Thabaju, but we got a bigger factory for here in Mxolisi. So that's one of the factories. I think the work is not yet done. I think towards the end of the month, we will officially have it over after the refurbishment is done. So that's the long and short of this refurbishment program. That is going to continue to be rolled out across all our industrial park estates in the province. In the main, to attract investments, but to also keep those investments that are already there, so that we preserve the jobs that are there, and possibly allow our investors to expand their operations and create additional jobs. This, in conclusion, will also allow those aspirant entrepreneurs who say we want to come to those factories, but we don't have money to refurbish them on our own, to allow them time and space for them to be able to access such through the work that we are doing between ourselves, the FTC, and Maluta Kofu SEZ. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. Another round of applause. No, thank you very much, HOD. The HOD emphasizes a very critical fact in terms of the purpose of the session.
A manufacturing company that manufactures household detergent and ensure that our people function in a healthy environment. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to show you what we do, but I'll just walk you through it quickly. But before I do that, I am a person of faith, and I also want to take this opportunity to thank my Creator for giving me the gift of purpose. I truly believe that we are all here for purpose, and just not on earth, but through our professions and our calling, we have to show the light to our communities and shine through by giving them hope. And I also want to say that I shine through my light just as my name is Mandy, through ensuring ensuring that I serve my community and God and all humankind and talents and abilities, and I do that through my entrepreneurship journey. I also want to take this opportunity to thank my husband and his absence here. He's always supporting me, and he's been through all the ups and downs of the businesses, and he's been with me, and he's doing the wind beneath my wings. Also, I want to take this opportunity to thank my team, who's ensuring that the operations continue to happen and take place, and ensure that the quality of the products that we serve our community with is still in a good standard while I'm outside here trying to get more customers for our products. A special thank you to the Department of DESTEA, the HOD, the Makene, and the MEC as well. I'd like to take this opportunity to say I am here where I am today because of you. You have been through with me from the inception of my business. So my business started in 2021 where I just started off with just 2 products, which was the washing powder and the fabric softener. The washing powder I was buying and the fabric softener I was manufacturing. And a lot of people were quite impressed with my products and they wanted to get more of the products because I already had a chemistry background and then went into manufacturing more products. Today I'm proud to say I'm producing 26 more products to the local communities and also offer our products internationally through the deliveries that we can do in courier-wise. It was about 3 weeks ago when I presented my case to the DESTEA to really bring it to the attention that where I am, I'm quite crippled by the space of which I'm operating in. And I'd like to also take the opportunity again to thank the HOD and his team by making sure that within 2 weeks, the factory is done, there's renovations that are happening, and this simply means that we can start our production by the end of this month, which we had requested. And then also I'd like to say to the department that you are truly in the right direction because I was doing my research and I saw that countries like Singapore, they invest in their entrepreneurs. Countries like Japan and Tokyo, they truly believe in ensuring that they invest in their startups through their technology and ensuring that they create an enabling environment through making sure that their structural policies are well in place and they support their entrepreneurs. And today we can safely impress and say that these are the countries that are leading in the space. And then somebody might be sitting there and thinking, it's just a factory. What does that mean? For us, it's not just a factory. As I've already mentioned that I was quite crippled by the lack of space that I was operating in. I actually got 150 square meter facility. And that meant that I was limited in terms of capacity. So I'm supplying schools around Mangaulu, which is Tabani, Havelo, and Bloemfontein. And what that means is, normally at the beginning of the term, most schools would just come and want to order products and take them within that particular time. They don't want to wait for you to produce and then deliver later, which meant that I lost some of the customers because I didn't have enough capacity, and by capacity I mean the factory space. I couldn't produce more and put the 2 liters sitting there because there wasn't space. And that meant I couldn't be served most of the time. But in addition to that is, in 2002 I was taken to CITEX, which is an exhibition where African buyers and sellers meet together to exchange business. And what happened was I got interest from Zambia and Seychelles. And what had happened was they were quite impressed with the presentation that I made and the quality of my products. They then came all the way to Havelo to check where I was operating. And that's where the deal fell through because of the facility that they saw. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to paint out the opportunities that I've lost in the past because of the limited space that I was operating in. So for me, this is such a big opportunity and a big breakthrough in my business. Because what this means is my confidence is restored. I can go back again to corporate, to schools, and campaign more even to national and international market. because I know by the time when they want to come into my facility and verify the quality, the processes that I have, whether they're in place or not, then they can see that we are truly the right business that they want to interact with. So ladies and gentlemen, I am truly thankful from the bottom of my heart, really. It's not just a factory. This is just the beginning for us as Spinback Training and Project, which is training as DESTEA Hygiene Solutions, to go into the global market. And we're going to do this. We already have a set-up plan where we're going to use programs like AFCFTA, where we're going to train within the African countries and make sure that we actually take it a notch, because research has also shown that within the African countries, we only train 15%. So as people like us, entrepreneurs like us, we ensure that we're going to take that number to a bigger scale. So ladies and gentlemen, I am thankful and I'm grateful that today I'm one of the Tinzonos, and I'm one of the Tinzonos, again I'll say, because for me, I feel like I'm operating in a world where there's endless opportunities for me. I'm black, I'm female, but the right skills and the capacity. I'm currently studying my master's in business administration, where I'm specializing in manufacturing. So manufacturing is really something that I'm passionate about, and that I want to see it happening, and making sure that through this venture of mine, more young people are employed, and I can make a contribution to society. Lastly, I want to take this opportunity again to call the department right here that capacity, the issue of capacity in terms of space is no longer an issue. So I've got the right compliance in terms of the products, certification, and we've got the right capacity as I've already unpaid. It is now time for you guys to also come on board and buy from us. It is not enough, although we are appreciative of the steps that you are currently taking. But I think for us to see the impact that is sustainable, that we don't always go back to you guys and want funding. It is important that we create an environment where we do trade with departments like DESTEA and all the departments that are here. Because that will allow us to ensure that when you fund us, your money is not going to waste. But we're ensuring that taking our products, and not just me, but everybody else who we fund, make sure that you have that venture to facilitate that venture trade within the SMEs that you support. So yeah, and then through your chair, I know this is just a launch for the factories, but I feel like it is truly a momentous moment for us to ask the Honorable Dukwana to open the factory for us. We don't know if you'll come again or, because of the busy schedule, but I'm really honored if you can just cut it. And what that will do for us is it will create again an increased confidence, because it's the highest department within the province that will be working with us. And that simply means that we are limitless. Amen. Hello, thank you again. Amen. So, I'm able to play my video, please.
Well, thank you very much. But I just think that by the leadership that maybe if you allow us to defend the presentation. Remember, we're still going to come here after the service for lunch here. We'll allow the technical team to work on that video. So when we come back, with leadership and the stability, and we play that. In order to give them our own path. The Premier says in the briefing that Mahelo running Wapara most Premier, we want to sophisticate issues of factories. Because when these factories were built here in the early 1980s, I was still a product. I grew up here in Spain. I was still a product, so I saw them. I did not know what was happening. I just saw these large buildings that had been built. And then growing up, you used to have the sense of knowing who are working in the factories as people who are at the back of the economic ecosystem. So we want to change that, and I think what the presentation by MEC today just gives us a sense in terms of us knowing that manufacturing is not just a sector of people who don't know what to do with their life. It is not for entrepreneurs who don't know what to do, but it's a very crucial enterprise. You remember that the Asian tigers, the countries of Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, in order for them to actually have high
because no one can sleep there. The most important thing in now, I'm the happiest man now. That people the leader like I did one. That police at least one woman. That one woman. How come we are the man? Many more than that, we don't want to tell me that one. Can you want to kill me? Yes, that's what we want. Our son was untouchable. Transfer untouchable. So that no one and one I take from our side, I want to go home. When I'm saying one on the class, how do you want to try to take I on it? I'm to say, God, you say, I know. And if you go up and you're to me, who go really one way take a particular Canada. Why, in terms of the swear I on. Runa government had trust the who can be the best in that list. In that putting who I can help. But I'm and so to Madame because when I got government had trust, in that giving. When I'm giving, you never be a better person to hold. Find your member of Panama, I am bloom. Oh, I was trusted. Yeah, you can start one and I'm meeting. Keep what can start a work with I Congo. There's a woman, but one never said it. Who long what you went to nothing like I have been really what I can do. It's not like I saw my data. Pass the fool. Come with our about you. Not focus the okay, that is this kind of country. And again, to try to the but I was a name 12 years ago. I know. Today, Nali leadership in there, a back, everything. How are you doing? How are you doing? That was who are only here and who are living at one tries a while. Is it Papa Halava? No, Nali leadership, man. Thank you.
Before this round, I'm tempted to respond to you, but I'm just going to close this round. But the leadership has given me authority to okay, before I open the next round, I'm just going to allow the last hour, then I'll take the next round.
and all the leadership that is here, business people, members of NAFCO. As I remember way back when I was still a small boy, in every high school, the high school, when I was talking about our Maria, that's about one of my and I remember at one stage when the majority of people finding environment were Chinese. NAFCO had an engagement with the Chinese to say, you need to do what you call a skills transfer, so that as we vacate this fair, our people are capacitated to be able to take over the factories. And the Chinese refused. And as time went on, they started vacating the factories, and we they follow and unattended. And one of the things that as an organization we are very disappointed in is that our development corporation, which has allowed these properties to be dilapidated, to be ruined, and as some of my members approached to say, can we have an offer to purchase this property, because not only the factories but across was having other small areas. Their offers were refused. And a month or two later, the building is no more. Vandalized to the house. Now, the wisdom in refusing to rather let go of properties that you cannot hold on to is becoming problematic, such that whatever value that that property has, in a month or two or in 6 months, that property is not value. With the new leadership of State Development Corporation, the new board, we expected some different energy. We expected different kind of thinking, but I have to say I'm very disappointed also, because really nothing is true. Just this last week, we were going around looking for a venture with my honorable brother here. For one of our members who wants to come and open a venture that's going to employ between 100 to 500 people. And thankfully, for the intervention of the ABC and the HOD, that gentleman and that company was able to get assistance. And they are starting now with ordering their machines to open a big capacity factory here in Israel. And we hope the Premier ABC will be there when we open the factory. But it took a long process, and NAFCO had to intervene because they were sent from Black Post to an extent that the factory was being sent to Cape Town. And we lost in that opportunity. And when they engaged NAFCO, we saw it free to come and intervene in that process. But there's a factory that was recently refurbished, I think a year or so. And we went to check that factory. That factory had no cables whatsoever. Now, if we are going to go into the same process of refurbishing this factory, what measures are there to ensure that the very same properties don't get vandalized? Because it's like putting water in a bucket that has holes. And we view that in a very, very serious light, because we can't keep on investing and investing. As my previous brothers were saying, they stay in factories that are vandalized day and night. I mean, there needs to be a plan, and I would like to hear what is the plan in terms of security around the industrial hub. And there needs also to be a plan to say these buildings and properties of ABC that are lying around our locations, that we have no plan of why don't we offer to the residents of that particular area to say, give us an offer. What do you think? Let's come up with some kind of an arrangement to say, let's get into a contract with you to pay this building over a period of time so that it does not get vandalized. And at least there's something that ABC will get out of it. Another thing that we as an organization, we work tirelessly to bring investment into the project in the organization. And when there's investment summits, the organization don't get invited. And that is something that we really don't understand. How does that work? And unfortunately, we don't have much platform, and we have to register that. As organized business, we need to have an ear to the leadership. I know the Premier said our contribution towards Speak of the Promise Address was not taken. And we had a lot that we felt that we wanted to contribute towards the development and economy of the first. In closing, we have what we call local economic development and transformation bill. That has been in legislation for the last 2 to 3 years. We went on an intensive exercise to see to it that we attend all the public hearings, so that we don't speak only and not act on what we want to do. And the Premier mentioned it again in the State of the Province. But it's been now a couple of years being mentioned, but we don't know how far what's going on, and every time I have to keep to my members, the law is coming. But their patience is really very, very quick. And we want our economy in our local townships back into our hands. We are unapologetic about the fact that the economy must come back. And we want our government to meet us halfway, so that we don't seem to be fighting for our government. But let us do less talking and do more leadership. We want this to happen. And I know that there's a discussion. I don't know whether the problem is in the legislature or somewhere, but somewhere, somehow, it's not being implemented. We don't know why. It boggles one's mind, because it is a low-hanging fruit which can move our economic space in a big way. And we want to encourage by the development. Let us please move this. It must not see an electioneering campaign, because this thing has been in the pipeline for a long time. So we don't want the opposition to say, no, we are doing this because the elections are around the corner. We don't want it. The issue of economic emancipation of our people is long overdue. It has to be implemented. There's an interpretation. Thank you.
Is it ready? No. Before I take the second round through the leadership here, there are questions that are specific. So I was going to request the indulgence of the leadership. For example, there was a question that was specific to DESTEA that deals with accessibility of products. There was a question that is specific to the Vista Development Corporation that deals with issues of security as well as maintenance of their properties. There's an issue that deals with the state intermediate local economic development and transformation bill. I thought it is to allow that maybe we can allow the second round and for the leadership to assemble. Maybe we can allow the relevant persons, in this case to be Mayor from DESTEA, the CEO of the FTC, and then the HOD of the government to allow the leadership to respond. I just been directed that the leadership will deal with those issues. The second round of questions. I recognize this end, the third round, and the third hand from there. There are 3 hands. 2. So there are 4 hands in this round. I take it those are the only hands that we have in that order.
I'm impressed. The OCTV, can you just give a round of applause? Maybe the question I have is that you really always about Premier Abuna factory. Now the question becomes, there's more to now
factory go to premium. Young people will be coming in numbers, desperate, looking for the way out of poverty. What does the department have in place in making sure that it can assist OCTD, who are actually at least for a good 3 years, working with her, making sure that there is a beautiful thing that is being Haran today. It's going to collapse in the next 6 months because of so many things that are aspiring. Now, the issue of the budget that maybe is going to be forwarded about, set aside when the more moving forward. Because I'm afraid of this beautiful thing collapsing because of the lack of support. Yeah, the other thing is we did road shots up there, and we've seen places tailoring. They are like in a state of decay. What exactly does the planning department have in place to say, are we here to, I think we can be, refurbish, refurbishment problem. Are we here to refurbish or open only one factory, OCTD, and also the issue of security, not one name, and we know what's happening today about one name. Do we have a plan, municipality? Is there anything that you have in place to say, this business grows? Also with facility of there's CUT that has incubation programs. Is there any plan in place? More OCTD could be leading in that space, making sure that upcoming young business ladies and so forth, they can maybe match and work together. I mean, what it is a relationship between the CETA and our provincial government. What we have in place to make sure that all those strategic partners, they come on board to make the dream to work. Thank you.
Next speaker.
Thank you, Dr. Mafidi. Honorable Dukwana, Pugumia Vista, Honorable Thabo Meeko, former chairperson of Mxolisi Dukwana, Nakali Victoria picture, saying making a bomb. Kaya company ya VMR Trading Enterprise. Company ya VMR Trading Enterprise ki company ke ntseng se shopti ka gape. Ndane makele ke tlo ba mokhutsonyane haholo. Ke tlo bua ntho tse pedi tse tharo fela. Ke motlotlo le thabo. Go bona go etsa ntho tse tsena ka go tshabelo, investors se ka go tshabelo. Empa hodima go le jwalo, investors di atla ka go tshabelo empa o fumana di sebetsa kgwedi tse tharo, kgwedi tse fela di a tsamaya. Di tsamaiswa ke boshodu bo teng ka go tshabelo. Ka 2021 ke ile ka ba le monyetla wa go sebetse mona ka hara o fela ka company ka security. Ho na le company e ne bitswa Chipa e ne ka tla di fete mona. A gole e ne ka tla ka digate more than 20 empa hona yona ha o sheba ha o sa ntho yo ka ga difeme ho utsuwa ka ga difeme FDC be di site fela ho e fokotse ka bo e tloela o sebedisa di service provider tse teng ka security ba sebedisa digate tsa bona ha o sheba ba sebedisa digate tse 5 ka ga difeme tsena tse ka o bo ipotsa bona batho ba 5 ba tlo etsa difeme tse more than 10 kapo tse more than 20 tse teng kwa go pa bo boetapele bo teng kwa ba ke ba le go sheba le taba eo ya hore investors ke nnete tla empa ka baka la boshodu di tlo tsamaya ha o she e mo hape ke na bo mele motaba ntate Lungile o buile mane ke ba ka ba hatella re a leka ho bona hore re bule difeme ka hore re batlela batjha ba rona ka bana ba rona mosebetsi ka tsela jwang empa ha o tla difeme o tlo batla feme o qala o le SMME o tla o hola nyana ha o so be le 50,000 ka yona 20,000 mara o leka ho bona hore o ka kreita mosebetsi jwang ha o fihla o batla feme o ntate Kgaile mane o ya ho FDC ba tla o bolella feme ya rona e patala ho ya ka kilometers ha o checka o tlo patala feme ho 30,000 46,000 kana go bona o qala mo leka ho produce sena so se batla go se etsa hale jwale ba eta pele ntate Dukwana o ko le ke mo sheba taba e ntate Meeko ke ofisi ya hao ena o ko le ko sheba taba ya rent and fame e ka re ka ka 6 months ya re qala ka 3 months re qale ke le ke ho phamisa moruo ka hore le ke ho phamisa dikampani tsa ho go sa le mo kgona ho bona le rona re bilele ke mo batho ba bilele teng o kgona ho patala rente le batho ba DFC ya go 30,000 46,000 ya le bo
from the village legacy enterprise. More than 350 employees living here. I think I need to be professional. Hakati wana DESTEA ufumana tuso katila iwa. Ketapila mwana kisi mwana dole chiti watu watu la hala mwana. Dade Dukwana iba itapilibani na ndibwana kisi watu wapa atumeleana. Kiba watu wapa wale batu. Mara ya sule ya hali hata sikuanana. Desito ufumana tuso katila iwa. Ejoni mweku. Like what I was talking about, like I said, we go back more professionally. I thought I did that to go out in the open. I have more than a year to be able to, so statistics of a black woman, we employ more than 350 employees. Our man and family will be human and pick up on the window in the order of follow and national and international. That's a little last of man and family in a short space of time. But hana point there, remember all the young ladies I made. It's a killer that I will follow in a leadership in the world. Easy, Kakopa Tuso. It's over a year now. So you may keep over later, the Papala Kauri. You will let me know how to say. I have with Mama Tuna to go about this reform. Kaba, if it was something you put on a to survive the Israel. Galika, the great level of Galika. Look at the down. Ask about a kilo. Every woman can do anything according to consultants, facility how. How are they going to say? As I was saying, Mary, how about a sister of Moy Honey? How is this a man have a teaching respect? How do you want to get a bite? What does a man in a hand and go for one or what I think on a how shall my pillow as you think about the November Malabama? All to allow them to free one, or you look out so you do so. Now, what I did, I look at that, they go back. At least you went much on the border. That's what I'm saying.
Ithaleka haholo ntho e ne di ya itse ile ke utlwa ntse motho ka haholo ba sale ka ba le toro sale ka etsa proposal ya ho batla ho bula sekolo sa moroko ka Gauteng ke la ka graduate ka fashion designer mo Gauteng fashion academy ka 2000 ka fihla di small business ka 2002 mme ha ke ba bua le shaka ke mathile na mathina manganga haholo la DESTEA gore ke na ntate o bua le ka hare ke na le more than 20 years ke le ka hara small business societies ke mathile dilemo DESTEA ke le ka batla thuso tse itseng le hang ka batla mme ke na le tumello hore le bonse ka sena se ba se etseditseng nnetiti se se tla hakana-kana ba tlo nka gape go bulela bomme ba ba katela ka madi go latela hore ke na le proposal e nngwe e sa le ke lakatsa ho etsa empa ka baka la di-failures tse ke dileng le tsone pejana ke laka utlwa ke kgathala ba heso ho bula sekolo sa moroko ka hare ho Kristeng ka hare ho Botshabelo ke ntho e kgolo haholo empa ke ntho e ka o nyahamisa ha o nahana hore o tlo nka bana ba batho ba tswang dikolong ba senang ditjhelete tsa ho ya university gore ba bulela mabati ao ba ruta moroko o tete mme e bela wena wa sokola o kokota hore o fumane thuso o tlo sephumana le wena o itlotlola pela ona ona bona o tlo ba bulela mabati ao Free State ke na le proposal e nngwe ka ho Free State ka ho Botshabelo ho na le ntho ke master wa ho a ke le ga bula sekolo sa moroko o na fumana support e haholo ke hopola ona ho kala le di-correctional services sa ho ka ditlhoko tsa papadi mmuso o no support-ile haholo wa ka nako eo so ke dumela hore le nna mmuso wa ka wa ka nako ena o se wa aparetse wa kokolo ka proposal e tla kana ke la lona ke kopa ho bulela ba madi ka tebele ke tshwere proposal e tla ho kae ka ke la ka supa hobane ha o fihla sita dintho tsa teng di wa boima haholo bakeng sa ho traina batswang empa ntho ke e bone le bonse DESTEA le etsetsa yona ka nnete ba ile ba romela le place a tswa DESTEA ke botlhoko haholo ka hobane ke bone le mme ya gakaletse haholo e itseng ha ke mo fetsa toro ya ka le proposal ya a Mxolisi ke tlo thusa mme ke kopa ke le tshepiso ya hore DESTEA e kgonne jwalo ka dilemo di le haholo ba mona ne ke sa tlameha wa mona mara ke le haholo ba mona hobane ke dumela hore toro ya ke tlo bula ke tlo phamisa le ditoro tsa batjha ba Botshabelo DESTEA batjha ba Botshabelo ba dutse hae ba bangata ba pasitse matric ba bang ba ditse matric ha o na le ntho la ba etsa ka moroko motjha wa Free State a ka ya holo ha lona le DESTEA le support ke le sipako a tswa bohlokwa ba di-programs ya leboha.
At this point in time, people at home are suffering. Le ha ke bitsa boetapele ba ka ba loko a pela tlhahiso tse hlahisitsweng kwana. So without any waste of time, I'm going to request the MEC responsible for economic development, MEC Thabo Meeko, to respond and also introduce the Premier. MEC.
The program director, thanks for the opportunity on behalf of the department and the constituency that we are responsible for. We want to take the opportunity to thank the Premier to make time and attend to this program. And many of those that were invited to him requested his presence. He attended. 2 of them were here. We had a program where we partnered with Coca-Cola. And we were assisting SMMEs in the district of East Metro, quite a number of many business endeavors. For the kitchen containers in manual. In the second program, we undertook a program here in business kitchen. And many of the young people in this district, including Mayor contested among themselves in terms of the entrepreneur ideas. Because we said, one important ingredient of entrepreneurship is competition.
but also given the reality of how government does its business. We only have a, particular allocation of money for a particular financial year. For us as a department, we have to provincial government to help us in this. The reality which we must contend with, internalize, find creative ways of how we're going to do it so that we achieve it. So at any given time, we will always be confined by the available budget. In as much as there will be many good ideas, there will be appetite on the part of the provincial government for this year to help everybody, but that restriction will always be part and parcel of our life. The reality. As explained, we came here to refurbish factories. We're taking government money, however allocated, dedicated for this thing. So we're doing one here, we're doing one in Kwakwa, we're doing one in especially economic zone in Harrison. And we can only go that far. But we're heading towards the new financial year. And that's why we're excited as a department of what we are, as Premier is here. Because in Malekam, when you raise these issues, you are reinforcing us to succeed in more allocation. That's why I said on your behalf, we are very honored that you took time for this busy schedule, part of us here today. Now, MEC is just one of many that will be assisted, have been assisted, is appetite to assist more, given that limitation. In a particular financial year, we can only reach as much. Part of the assistance is non-financial support. And that's why the fact that the Free State bill, the legislature is finalizing it this year. So it will be in operation. We did say that there's a relationship in the entities between one, the refurbishment vis-a-vis attending the problems of security. The FDC approached me and said, Mr. Bajawamata is really a security company and industrial parts for all of the problems. And they made a question which I had to ask for, what are we going to do the current labor? The higher department don't please. The higher about 4, the higher about 3. What are we going to do with them? Because I don't agree that Palele consistency by spread. So what I know is that it has been delayed because I've asked those typical questions. Which are really important. When I tell you that department of economic development or like the current employees, then you want to say to me that you will then create a conducive environment that the economy must grow and create top. So we have to preserve this that we have. And that's why that process is delayed. But we are attending to it. What we could not do, like Ababa Kilma. And that's why there's a bit of a delay, but it is focused towards ensuring that security is also part of it. As I said, we have a particular budget allocation in a particular period of time, which in terms of government process is a financial year. We work very closely the University of Vista as well as CUT. They invited us to their program more incubation programs, someone that's getting graduate. We took Premier Land. We immediately took a decision of we want to fund all of these SMEs whenever can be brought to real incubation. All of them will be funded. I just forgot the figures from all the TVETs in the whole province. We saw it right. We don't argue for a house of incubation now of funding, but we said it makes sense that there must be focus on this one. And they were from all variety of economic development. I suppose Premier will speak about issues of the particular principle. We met with ATC and its board, and we said, look into the issues of your credit policy. We instructed them to go look into it, bring it to me, must take it to the Premier. And the reason is because of the difficult balancing which we must do. There's a reason why government was deliberate to create ATC. And it must be a developmental finance. And it must not operate like apps. But at the same time, ATC must also sustain its operation so that I don't use that on their policies. If we tell a woman we don't use a bit of a partner, the leadership can fail to deal with that balance. But the Premier instructed us as a department, I'm not the Thabo Meeko operations of the entities in the province. We are in the process of reconfiguring. We went to him. We said, Premier, this is our thinking. And he said, it's fine, it's approved. Go and deal with what is called a table, a detail of what this means. It must not only be, a glamorous governance process. It must relate and address the problem of the ground. Parallel like SME at FTC. So the leadership, as a result of the instruction of the Premier, is dealing with that thing. Dealt with the issue of the SME support a little bit practical. I think in the Premier's speech to us, we'll deal with it with policy. We are, a very small province by population, but very vast. And one of the things that we said originally, let's find creative means. Our department made the Hon communicator all SMEs in the province build digital capacity in the process of finalizing. We said it will be important. So that was one of the challenges picked up. For finding your provincial government as a whole, there's a temptation that it only located in low funding. A young person from the young person from Hoover, it's difficult to walk through any department because someone has indicated here what was the same. Premier will talk to that. For ask naturally follow a whole campaign. We said, look, it's an uneven development and we can't push it. But we have to find a way. These creative ideas, I swear, from all corners of our province, the department is able to seize those and say, in the process, on the basis of what is available to us, which ones do we think that in this particular period can be considered? So that in the process, they help us with other socio-economic challenges. Because we said, SMEs must be our recourse in an event that big capital is not creating employment. Let's help SMEs, government must hold them by hands, so that in the process of the development, they're able to help us and create much needed jobs. So I thought that it is, I did say that I can't say anything on the process here, but let's just deal with those matters of detail on the part of the department. To allow me tell you that we remain honored for a premier has been very consistent. Attend all of our programs as we requested you. Pertains to the space you are in. SMNPs. Issues around economic development because it's an important context. SMNPs in our province. And for that, and including on your behalf, I'm very grateful in the department to join such type of a support. So the person I am introducing to you is the one who set the vision of development for this province of the Free State less than a year ago. Part of the reason why we are here is exactly that vision. Finding expression. It is true. He led a delegation to China and Singapore. By the way, I was fortunate that he invited me to join him in other place. Already focusing the future to say the particular point, the Free State must convene an investment conference. And his vision, when he assumed office, was that MEC you are going to act on my delegated authority. Trade and investment must be an important and strategic pillar of the development of this province. We did it as a province. Arab Parliament playing more before we were alive in China, I met criticism. Not only by those who oppose this government, and even from our people. And my contention was that maybe our people don't understand. Because they felt that we snatched China and Singapore. China is one nation in this world that was almost like us. But in a period less than 50 years, the economy is extremely industrialized. We were shocked. Out of Italy, meeting, how many about striking literally. And we are out of is it the dictatorship type of this country? This economy is almost at full employment. How can it be wrong that the premier goes there and benchmark and say, as a nation, as a people, how did you come up? Similarly with Singapore. The Premier and the State of the Province address, when he was speaking to the people of the Free State, Freistata is a sleeping giant that must awaken. All of Mxolisi Dukwana, including this one, preceded by a successful investment conference, 81.5 billion in pledges and commitments, which must be implemented. It was because of that vision. And all of us were then agitated into action to deliver on that. Indeed, this province is a very fortunate province because it was giving the servant of the people a product of the struggles of our people. We had to release youthful years. Was a very active social and political activist who, when he saw these people being oppressed by the other main social group in our country, did not fold his arms. He rose and said, I refuse to be a spectator where my people are being dehumanized. And he got into action at an earlier age. He became a teacher, very passionate about education. His own organization, the African National Congress, saw that potential and capacity and gave him tasks from 1994 up until now. He served in many and variety of political responsibilities, including currently to be the chair of the ANC. The policy of the South African government is derived from the political party that contested and won elections. And that policy is then being driven in government. So government must reflect the policy of that particular political organization. And it becomes an advantage for the people of the first state. That he draws that policy, and as a premier he comes and implements it. Now, can you imagine all these responsibilities? He commands huge capacity and experience in terms of issues of governance. When we say the product of struggle, we mean what? Even Matanda of Vista, Ovulating, Ushaiting, then Yawakaro, Yawatumana, and say our people must live under conditions of democracy. Look for miles, actually. And make it from time of years ago. So, keep one out first time. We talk about first time. Mxolisi Dukwana is a leader that our people in the first place is thinking that you will have. Premier, please allow me to call you on stage so that we talk to It's not into fair mistake and nature or a rebellion back at the channel with Avelo, Tabanch, Dukwana. At the time, the oppressive government was trying to bring in an element Yahore. There is no majority, black majority in the country. There is white minority and black minority. And dividing people and making sure that many other blacks will go to these areas. And then many others were pushed where the dormitory treated in Itamagation. Occasionally throughout were not built over the center-style economic development. There were dormitories where you should sleep, get ready and go to work, come back. But P.W. Botha representing the views they share, addressing cabinet high, says many things, and I want you to go and check speeches, and that is what I want. I repeat this speech deliberately.
Because I don't think you realize what we are facing, especially as people who have lost so much. Now, what we are about fairness, nearly 20 hours hero and all those things and everything. It's like when you say to a person who has been advantaged so many times, or let's have a race, a 100-meter race. But this person is starting the race here now at an 80-meter mark. When you are starting the race at the 0 or 100, and we say, and then already is ready. How to let's go, how to go. Yeah, no matter 20 meters if we win a race. This is what is happening in our own country. People want to say, let us be fair. To bring about equity, you've got to address what I said in totality this inequality. You've got to address the totality this injustice. You've got to address the totality of poverty. When I say poverty, because really lazy. It was created deliberately in addressing the white poverty as a problem. In addressing white poverty, black poverty was created. When people who had everything and their economy was disrupted, when they were removed from their land, moved from their areas, and pushed to start afresh, their economy was affected. Many of us seated here, because your grandfathers, everyone, Habana needs one time. And yet we are expected to compete, level the playing field, or compete elsewhere. Let me tell you what happened. After the Carnegie Commission, when they identified the problem, then they did everything by the law. For instance, there were blacks who were qualified by the skills. They were removed from their work. And Robert preservation, the will not be you will not get that job. Iskoro established, Iskoro was well established, but there was no black person who was working for Iskoro. And they were using the money again to build the cultural area team. Whatever about it, that's why an African no proud of culture, no proud of everywhere that our Africans are practicing culture. What about us? What has been created in us? We laugh. Bonderembo water put us because we want to call Bonderembo. You don't think Bonderembo put us you understand immediately. So, the fact that blacks look like human beings and act like human beings do not necessarily make them sensible human beings. That was in 1985. That was in 1985. And that is the story, 1985, 2015 is August. Go and read that story. Go and read what he was saying in Book Cabinet in Yahya. He went on to tell, that's why we go to another one. But the problem is, in some cases, to know for some paper, And then one of our water. Because by the Malay County, the native reduce the number of Babat. Remember the I cannot challenge how to divide the black people. They must be divided. They must fight against one another. And this is continuing. You think the party are going to be democracy. Party almost 98% of the party is together. Think about Babat. Because the intention is to divide black people. Because we are seen as this voting for the party even divided. So that the white people should actually maintain the status quo. The mistake that we did as a people in 1994. But when we went to the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, people were never very to be our. But so that they understand for every action there are consequences. Many of them are bolded. When they speak to us, they still believe and they see us. We are a symbol of poverty. We are people with inferior intellect. And we prove them right. Over and over, we prove them right. The way we do things. We've got people who work in departments. I'll make an example. On Saturday I was here in Butalo, it was in December. I get into a house. That will originally 4 years. In Matela Mutakas. The Tataka Fidila, in a channel, must always be engaged in Kama Kibata Mutakas. Can is known on Mutakas, Kamono on Mutakas, Kamro on Mutakas. 4 years. I picked up a phone. I made a call. By the time we get down, Cascada Sina, just want you to understand this. By the time we get down, Cascada Sina, more than the later, going back, Mutagasi will be. I'm just saying, I don't think we need to do that. I'm just saying, it will never do. It means it can be done. We go out and we talk to people and we say things to people. We are seen as liars. We say these things must happen, but there are people who are making sure ideas are hard. So I'm just saying this is a problem that we are facing. And most of these are people, often I understand that it's true. You have people by Adrian Government. You can every available. But when let's be fair, there are officials that government. But I will decide by the rates. As a mobile, oh, no, has space there, no, how about the rates? But what pay me about, but on a side, only about 108. But you go out because you care. Olonga decide to pay for, or what is the reason? We can't do this. We can't hate ourselves to that level. You go, you knock, another proposal, this proposal works. This can create jobs. You know what happened? I was with this meeting. What happened in this when the time I was in this thing? None batho ba le ba sita e se le ka bana to ke lo ka no ta tlo di ne tsa ba le ba ka ba kgona go hapa machine o di fitse tsa ka mo wa ti ba e le go tsena ka so cheapest what they or you want to open 50 Taga Otavero Le Kwa. What we will do, we will then recreate the spaces and government even 20% and 80% even what was in the country. Whether we can genie with that and then we work very regular material and help them and make sure who can think of is the administration, 20% is just administration. And then how do we go over because what we learn our field like production line or government facility and then buy whole and then manage share the company. Everyone knows what I'll say it. Everyone knows what I'll target because it brings more money forward. And then here, as we were trying to make it work, and then there was the resolution of the high-end social economic guide. There was everything. Everything was ready, everything. All you needed was one about and make it happen. The decision was made. Let it go to social development. And because social development, because the way people by tribal, there was no passion for it time. We went out and we said, as South Africa, we are blessed. In the MEC, but we want to develop millionaires. That's in the infrastructure. South Africa has SECOM as easy as Africa connecting, Europe has WAX, has SNT3, dinner. Kaufela hato ifika Vista. Kaufela hato ifika Vista. From the Western Cape, Fontaine, N1 ifika Vista. From Mxolisi Dukwana, N3 ifika Vista. They will say, let's build a techno center, techno city that will take this, create the jobs of the future. It was a brainchild of young people in the department who worked hard. The same young people who created their these young people were passionate. And these things, in the executive council, I was told, you are the dreamer. With yourself and your children. This is the time that they will yourself. And that. So I'm saying, it is actually the mindset. We don't have the growth mindset. We are fixed. Whatever I know. Free State gets into developing. Free State and then they talk we are in the same type of food about in South Africa. You can fly anywhere in South Africa. You will from the Free State, from Bloemfontein, you won't fly more than 3 hours. Anywhere. Have you taken advantage of that? No. It should be a center conference. It will be easier for everybody to come to this area from all over South Africa for conference. What we're doing? We're pulling one another down. What we're doing? We have people who believe that we can get that. People who work against making things happen. The MEC, the HODs can say, let this happen. But I created the office, but they already, Bagaban, TG, this other people are saying it. So you know, you go to an office, and then they don't even care about that game. When I went to one office, I don't want to we didn't see you. This is wrong. The attitude towards the worker, every human is wrong. But of course, nobody is living in the child. We go at one by law and there are no consequences. And that is why we say we can't allow this situation to go anymore. If we have a possibility that people know what I was saying. If we have a dose or say in the public service, you must say to other how many Africa you don't know the struggles in Tableau? What our you don't know what the African when they eat. You know, when you have a person who travels from every street, after that lift the arsenal descent, just about the I got my breakthrough because of this, I believe we can work. The person that after the lift, the whole day, I just because I really believe that if I can go to this, I will find it out. I was when about one attitude. I was when about one attitude already. Well, I don't care. The service providers. Ghana. They don't need our, it has been proven already. They can actually even before the months. The service provider, the local material, and no one can follow it. Yeah. All that I'm going to get, more project, more to deliver than to take of all I'm going to get, is 9,000. If I give you 5,000 or I can do the money, because you want 9,000 till profit in the world. But you know, the Kalama Chonisa, tell it the area not is 6,000. How we live the lab, it is 7,000, then we 8,000. By the time you get 9,000 they will offer regulate for that. Ghana go away, no feel out it is now, who feel out it, it means nothing more. It's a referral, a fellow technique, I have worked. There's a story. One municipal manager. Mayor by honorary facility required Ufmana Kita for that. But you know, 50,000 dollars, Moroccan, make it 90. So it's a way at 90. When you say you got a lot of refused, I'll tell you they get out there. This means you got our head. Now, that means probably not going to be French. I don't know that people know exactly. someday, if 40 and plus 10 and 50. And then it went on Pinawa Fika, when the then chapter scenarios. How I become this one of the look at it. And then what happened for the Patalamu? What do you expect for a serious action to be taken against a person? With the Patalamu, what you know what that means? Owner and master of the we're going to put you a little more around the next year. And the other one about how to do that capacity. All the civilians and the water, the layout of the piano. So how people are dying? Government is really facilitating it. And I want us to work our own enough. Especially, I'm not blessed. I believe on the great child. What I'm going to take the life. If I'm telling you what but we don't expect that great child who could be telling you about computer thing. You can't have it. You know, so I would wish that we should have a very, very close relationship with our. We should also have the listening together. I think if you go on 5 meetings, immediately, I think we always say that. We always raise these issues. Really frustration. And the type of frustration that times when I feel around, I give up. There's no point where we are left up. I see these things happening at times. So I think we need to maybe sit down and say, think what is it that we should do? Where we think we're wrong and we must do this. I can't do the delivery, but that's what it was. I can give this. Just have this. But you go around, I have this. Was underlined, I lost this. Now, I felt like a squirrel or not hearing inner part. You have this one, but this one, elastic, and all this thing. I find a way. Money, the way I got anything that I'm saying now. I said, believe. I can do it. Never school or something. I want to propose a little bit of water. I want to feel that they give it a little bit of water. Same thing, your mutual being offered. You need to look at that, whichever one that supporting one another. Initially, the whole this is how we go, or we go, by putting things together, resources are really for us. Remember how we take it off, putting them together, working. This thing you want to know, the other competition. It's an intellectual. The fast thing will move very fast. There are dynamics things moving. It's very complex. The matter collaboration to well competition. But that collaboration will also lead up more. Alan living more on will operate here, will operate here, will operate here. We are supporting the ecosystem. They support now. That's how you grow. But we know what we will have and you know. Baba Laway will push it up around. Will push it up around. What about the woman? You will be up there alone. Si tu mutane se na officiel, tu ba ta ba ta we ta le u. I don't know so how do they process attitude here about that? How na na to na na la we na fa bi out there. How do they say it more? Regular building business industry, they ba na ko. What about the ones who are not corona? Don't do that at the side. That is building industry. Towards the World Cup in the South Africa. But business. I want that the retailer that you know how I see that. I want to put. We should have learned there. Or we need to build capacity. Company you're madam, you name it. But the building that is also transformed. It's because of our apologetic when we should be doing things here to have it. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. You know, I'm looking. Usually, this is something every year reported by government. Everyone is one of creation is especially about infrastructure. That's the infrastructure. I just want to know how many companies are different. How many companies are different? How many companies are different? And I'm telling you, you're going to be shocked. You're going to be shocked because it's easy to find out every time you're going the matter about procurement. About UCC, or say it to our or say it to our how to fit to our air, or say it is a procurement system in our government, or if it to them air. But procurement government don't it's a very comfortable and above. It's in my able and house man, we told them that when I went like that. How do you give a company 75 million welcome savings? How can you advance 20 million? As I have to buy advance. How many people is fine? They think it was the ability of 10 million because of what the agency. Agencies are to buy needs. Agencies are not, I want to be able to have everything. Somebody work out on ANC age. And the ANC has not done that. ANC here. ANC age. So they say, wow. Just for 1,000, very little ANC corrupt people. How will you want to know that? How will you be bought? How will I mix? How will I mix? It's an organization you go to the corrupt. Individually, you are also offered that organization coming in and make our but because people are using the name of the agency. But what we want to say to facilitate further position and then they abuse that. for their own selfish interest. Now you've got this person who are, and the Baba 10 million, it's a 10 million. And let's look at this practically. What would be the profit the bank will accrue to them? It's about 7.5. Huh? If you do a graph, it's about 7.5 million. If I take the cheating of a rent, that is what 10 million is in the grade. Over control was another 2.5 deficit. Before the power forward. Half the life from 78 from 74. Out of money needs, tell the data money. Do you think we're not going to was saying that again? Tell the data money. Why, project because tell the people. How can we but after the level takes me a headache of money, of money to you. Langa 10 million to how long will I like family? Ocean debate to Pata, but I don't know what is Rumba you hold this ahead. The silver drama in personal income tax was about So this is what we do to our own SMEs, business people in our own way. We are keeping them. When we kill this conga channel today, we can make cash flow important business. How long we are attending the So we are asking all of us, for now, but now we need to say, and this is too much. If Roberto are faced at every attack, we need to say, the Felix and this Panamizina, often our own secretary to work achieving the vision, got the provinces that we want. Often our own commit ourselves to working hard, not cutting corners, making sure that we deliver on this thing. And that means the border ban of our senator, especially the money, or not put it in the man, official dinner here, senator budget. Visa. One of the access here, opening road must buy. One decided already, Bana, and then we are just proving this people, but what about what is it going to be with that one? I refuse to belong to that group because I know that we are children of great people, great human beings who stood up against all adversities. We are here, all of us, because of the sacrifices. Against all odds, they made sure that we are schooling, but in the space, but they made sure we are schooling. They made sure all our senator DC, they made sure these great women, but the last time one was of management, our local tender to be rich when she's actually poor. I don't have anything against it. We're not integrated on that. You made a thing of bread and bag and 50,000. I fell out that if I right. You're pretending to be rich but you're poor. Let's say poor people pretend to be rich and they remain poor, and rich people pretend to be poor and they remain rich. So it's up to you what you want. On that, I remember the fashion all of the wrong material, you know, what I'm wearing. For God's sake, whatever you go in to wear. So I'm just trying to say it's simple things like this. They will be the attitude going back beyond. So from now on, all of us, business, now, saying it to our mutual, we need to be the same. For 128, you should know whether it will take us 2 weeks or it will take us a month. You should know that. This is what we put you. Can't get you can't get 4 years, you can't get 3 years. This is discouraged. We are killing dreams on it. Each of these, we are killing dreams. People have dreams, they work hard. They put these things and they come to us and kill these dreams. And once you kill that dream, that person will say this one. Asana, we don't know what affect the neck, what affect the lapel of it. No one will be someone. I'm who you see, I was some who is a woman. After you Lantika Harikabuna known as date, Gabagala see the same thing. So we need to change. And by this development, I said that your planning financial development, this we must make it happen. We are going to make it happen. Kathira, I give you, we are carrying now. Together, 5 year term. Remember, we are for 4 years. Together, 5 years power. Now, moving forward, we need to understand one thing. This state should never be the same. This state is a province that has a lot of opportunities. And it must rise. We realize that all men and women who live in this province also have that experience. And that will not be achieved. Our way and then we got all about the issues, and all our responses, and all our people, and we want to work with them. So we need to work together, we need to hear one another, and we need to I'm doing this out for me. I'll step up this book. How do you want to reach your I think Mona, I made if I use it in an I'll say, I want to go to Gosa. Yeah, Gosa, you go big it like that, Gosa of food. So, we don't know Yabula, but we did not play when it's Mona on an post. I don't know where you are in Him, our way, come on about Tuesday, or going to kiss it, it gave it about food. So we should be that kind of government. More for now, for now, loudly, Sagari high on tree, this is a lot fair. I'm just in the high. What thing of truth? What to put information in? Mount welcome to a fair as my next. This is too much. So, reforming baseline study, Free State Innovation Ecosystem, and that is also going to help us a lot. And then, in good way, I'm not going to share the moon. When I mean, move before me, I'm going to lay it there. But they are naturally education, the science. In this study, the University of Vista. And then they have now finished that. They have the science and innovation park, which will be situated differently. And that will also allow them to have Kusa, small businesses, and all these things.
Because a lot of us are almost thinking at because it is the same because how to produce trying to get in here and affair. You can't do that. We need to find lasting solutions, and this is what we do. We are going to do everything. This celebration it is in this area. There is a very nice water university for a very long time. How we are thinking about what it is. Mara flat would be the height of the Victoria. My since I say that it's a lot of we are since it's a lot of my own work in my we were able to type it. We were able to start with them. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that. I can't go anymore. If you want to competition, taking out now, they don't have to get high in this is a new document for so, every day you can change the road to go like that. We've been talking about this for a very long time. It is going to happen. Everyone now we get a whole for water. One of the power working there, not quite correct. The what's higher. By the people working there, by having to go and the problem is that you want to get again. About water, let's go out to the soul. That was the the 70 of the I feel it was in the passport. So that is the intended objective. What is assistant. And make it beautiful. So we will be proud of this and offer our and we will be proud. Whatever we look at, we will not offer our and then we will be from the recruitment that we will offer our passion, how she does passion. Out of God, the thing is what we have a township economy. All my men, they were all to go to my right. Why not? All the guys run out, which is one of the damage in the and that is not going to be possible without us. Mobility is greater into the and also making sure that the more you are with that business things are all so mobility is very important, and that is why we need to make sure that our townships are very nice, especially very important. Because if they do less in the person, without mobility, the township will need to be without us, they are always going to come around. Other shop for people who feel of it. How do you spend the shopping for the guy? That is not creating feet. But what we are doing is about but we need to have the trading centers. We may not need what we more of a way. We want to trading centers. The community knows the dialogue, the players like the same about the trading centers. Could be created one of and that is something they want to have like I know. And this is very important. And that will be able to do a economy which I will take a certain or without that. But
Thank you very much. Sesotho se ha modena a bile na so my is just to assist us in terms of this session. We are going to request all the delegates and the guests to remain seated. Only the guests in these two guests will then go to the site and accompanied by members of the meeting. So if you go back to the site, you will see how we can do the technical